Well, good late afternoon or good early evening, everyone. Joe Van Gore for Fuller Digital Solutions, along with my producer, engineer, cameraman, all-around good guy, Gabe Fuller. We're from Silver Lake City Park in Lake Park, Iowa for War Eagle Conference softball as the homestanding Harris Lake Park Lady Wolves at 0-3, 0-2 in the War Eagle Conference take on the Remsen St Mary's Hawks, who are 2-0 in War Eagle Conference action. As we mentioned, it's beautiful for softball here in Lake Park, Iowa. It's, mostly cloudy, but the sun is peeking through right now, 73 degrees with a north wind at 7. That's a stark contrast from when Gabe and I did Hawk baseball on Wednesday night from Remsen when it was sunny, very windy, and 90 degrees. But we have a beautiful evening for softball here in Lake Park, Iowa tonight. And let's bring you the batting orders. First of all, for the visitors, again, Remsen St. Mary's, again, 2-0 in the War Eagle Conference, coached by Monty Harpenow, assisted by Jared Scott and Lexi Harpenow. Leading off and playing second base is Tori Gallus. Batting second, the third baseman, Maya Bunkers, and batting third, the shortstop, Brittany Johnson. Batting cleanup for the Hawks is first baseman Carly Ortman. Batting fifth, the catcher, Ashley Willman. Batting sixth, the designated player, Lexi Delperdang. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Carmody Ricky. At number 8 in the batting order, the right fielder, Anna Conover. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Sydney Schrader. Marina Cronin, the pitcher, is the flex player. And now the batting order for Harris Lake Park, again 0-3, 0-2 in the War Eagle Conference. Their head coach is Ashley Delaney. Leading off and pitching will be Tessa Gunderson. Batting second, the shortstop, Ava Rashi. Batting third, the first baseman, Allison Wallace. Batting cleanup for the Lady Wolves, Zella Ingham. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Miranda Christensen. Batting sixth, the catcher, Riley Whitrock. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Callie Sohn. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Brooke Nix. And batting ninth for the Lady Wolves is Peyton Reimers, the center fielder. So far this season, Harris Lake Park has lost to Hinton 15-1. Then they had a wild game with Grettinger, Terrell, Ruth, and Ayrshire losing 27-20. And then back in the War Eagle Conference, they lost to Hartley Melvin Sanborn 19-0. After tonight, they're at state-ranked Akron Westfield coming up on Monday night. So far, for Remsen St. Mary's, they have defeated South O'Brien 3-2 and Hinton 5-4. After tonight's game, they will host Trinity Christian in Remsen at 7:30. Now we pause for the playing of our national anthem. Our national anthem from Silver Lake City Park here in Lake Park, Iowa, literally on the shores of Silver Lake here in Lake Park. And we're just about ready to begin. Our umpires tonight, behind the plate calling balls and strikes, will be Pat Ross, and on the bases will be Mark Schliesman. So let's check Harris Lake Park defensively. Callie Sohn is in left. Peyton Reimers is in center, and Brooke Sohn is in right. Around the horn, Zella Ingham at third, Ava Rashi at short, Miranda Christensen at second, and Allison Wallace at first. The battery of Wiley Ritrock, the catcher, and right-handed number 7, Tessa Gunderson, in the circle for the Harris Lake Park Lady Wolves. She will face Tori Gallus, Maya Bunkers, and Brittany Johnson at the top of the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks lineup here, coming up very shortly. As a matter of fact, let's take our first break. We'll be back with the opening pitch after we take this timeout. You're watching St. Mary's softball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies. We can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen.
All right, ready to go. As leading off for Remsen St. Mary's will be Tori Gallus, right-handed hitter, wearing number 29. Again, beautiful, beautiful late afternoon, early evening for War Eagle Conference softball here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Here's the first pitch of the game at 5:33, and it's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. As Tori Gallus will be followed by Maya Bunkers and Brittany Johnson for the Hawks here in the top of the first inning. Now time is called as Wolves pitcher, Lady Wolves pitcher, Tessa Gunderson, make sure of the shoelace. Here's a pitch up high, and the count is 1-1 strike. So according to our schedule from Fuller Digital Solutions, our next Remsen St. Mary's webcast will be Monday night in Remsen against Trinity Christian in War Eagle Conference action. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a bunt. And the count is 1-2 to Tori Gallus, leading off for Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the first inning. Again, first pitch at 5:33. Mostly cloudy skies, but some sun peeking through. The temp 73 at game time with the north wind at 7. Here's a swing and a pop-up. First baseman Allison Wallace in foul territory will make the catch, and there's one away. Tori Gallus fouls out to the first baseman for out number 1 of the Hawks first, and here comes the number 2 batter, the third baseman Maya Bunkers, a right-handed hitter wearing number 3. The pitch missing for ball 1. Again, our umpires, Pat Ross behind the plate, Mark Schliesman on the bases. Here's the 1-0 to Maya, and that misses for ball 2, 2-0 the count. The 2-0, swing and a foul. Might have got a piece of that one, and the count is 2-1 strike. And just like the other night with baseball, I got papers flying already. Now the count is 3-1 strike to Maya Bunkers. 1 out, nobody on for Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the first inning in War Eagle Conference softball. Here's a ground ball, base hit under the glove of third baseman Zella Ingham. So Maya Bunkers is the first base runner, and that's the first hit for the Hawks. So with a runner at first and 1 out, it'll bring up the number 3 batter, the shortstop Brittany Johnson. Brittany, a right-handed hitter wearing number 12. So 1 out and 1 on here in Lake Park, Iowa. The pitch. Low. There goes a runner to second. And in there safely is Maya Bunkers. So Bunkers with a stolen base. And the count is 1-0 to Brittany Johnson. The 1-0 on the ground. The shortstop, Ava Rashi, with a great play. She throws to third to get the lead runner, and they get her. So, boy, Ava had to make a quick decision, and she made the right one, getting the lead runner. So Maya Bunkers is out 6-5 for out number 2. Brittany Johnson reaches on a fielder's choice, and here comes the cleanup batter, the first baseman, Carly Ortman, a right-handed hitter wearing number 31. So 2 out with a runner at first for Remsen St. Mary's, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. If Carly Ortman should find a place to put it, Ashley Willman, the number 5 hitter for the Hawks, the catcher, waiting on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Top of the first, no score between Remsen St. Mary's and Harris Lake Park in War Eagle Conference softball. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Of course, the softball field here at Lake Park is part of the football field. Of course, the dimensions, 180 down the lines, 210 to center. 2-2 pitch on the ground to third. Ingham will throw over to first in time. A 5-3 play, and Remsen St. Mary's retired in the top of the first inning. With no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first with Remsen St. Mary's nothing and Harris Lake Park coming to bat. We'll be back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook. Pinnacle Performance in Correctionville. When you want the most from your diesel, whether it's for fun or for work or on the farm, it's Pinnacle Performance. The reviews say it all. Quality work, the proper diagnostic equipment and resources for the high performance you're looking for. It's Pinnacle Performance.
We go to the bottom of the first inning with no score between Remsen St. Mary's and Harris Lake Park. Let's set Remsen St. Mary's defensively. Carmody Rickey in left, Sydney Schrader in center, Anna Conover and right, Maya Bunkers at third, Brittany Johnson at short, Tori Gallus at second, and Carly Ortman at first. The battery of Ashley Willman, the catcher, and right-handed throwing number 7, Marina Cronin on the circle, or in the circle we should say. For Remsen St. Mary, she will face Tessa Gunderson, Ava Rashi, and Allison Wallace for Harris Lake Park here in the bottom of the first inning with no score. So Marina ready. And the first pitch of the bottom of the first is a pop-up on the ground, picked up by Cronin. She'll shovel it to Carly Ortman on a 1-3 play for out number 1. Marina just couldn't quite catch up to catch it on a pop fly, but she did manage to make the play, so 1 up and 1 down for the Lady Wolves. Here comes the number 2 batter, the shortstop, Ava Rashi, a right-handed hitter wearing number 17. So 1 up and 1 down, the pitch by Marina, missing for ball 1. Again, scheduled for 7. As the first week, here's a swing and a foul off to the right, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, with the season for Iowa high school baseball and softball starting on Monday, this has been a very busy week, and 3 more busy weeks will follow in this condensed season because in a month, playoffs will start for both high school baseball and softball. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch that was rising inside in the count 1-2 to Rashi with Allison Wallace, the first baseman, waiting on deck. So Cronin with the 1-2 pitch upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Low. Marina kind of shakes her head, and the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ava Rashi, batting second for the Lady Wolves of Harris Lake Park. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul back. Don't hit the gray focus, and the count is still 3 balls and 2 strikes. So still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Marina Cronin looks toward the dugout to head coach Monty Harpino for the single. Here's a swing and a foul. And still 3-2. Ava Rashi giving Marina Cronin a workout here. Batting second for the Lady Wolves. Here's another swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. And still 3 balls and 2 strikes. No, we don't keep track of pitches, but this has got to be just about a 10-pitch at bat for Ava Rashi of Harris Lake Park. Another 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. No, she got hit by the pitch. So hit batsman. So that's the first for Cronin. So Harris Lake Park has a runner at first with 1 out for the number 3 batter for the Lady Wolves, the first baseman, Allison Wallace, a right-handed hitter wearing number 18. The pitch by Cronin, outside, ball 1. Well, later this evening at 7:30, the 1-0 pitch, missing for ball 2, the second-ranked in Class 1A Remsen St Mary's Hawks baseball team will take on Harris Lake Park. We're at Silver Lake City Park. The Hawks will play at the high school field. Here's a swing and a foul by Wallace in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the other night, from Fuller Digital Solutions, the Remsen St Mary's Hawks defeated Hinton 6-2, 17 strikeouts for Blaine Harpenow, and that was impressive. Here's a swing and a drive, right field, and it is caught by the right fielder, Anna Conover, and there's 2 down. Allison Wallace will fly to right for out number 2. Good play by Anna to go to her right to get that one on the run. Here comes the cleanup batter for Harris Lake Park, Zella Ingham, the third baseman, right-handed hitter wearing number 9. So 2 down with a runner at first for Harris Lake Park. No score, and there's a strike from Cronin, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 swing and a soft liner to the first baseman, Orton, and that retires the side. But just like Remsen St. Mary's in the top of the first, Harris Lake Park leaves a runner. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We've played an inning in War Eagle Conference softball. Remsen St. Mary's nothing, Harris Lake Park nothing. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends, and EverTech has been there when others haven't, and we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook.
We go to the top of the second inning here in Lake Park. No score between the Hawks and the Lady Wolves in War Eagle Conference softball. For Remsen St. Mary's, 5, 6, and 7, Ashley Willman, Lexi Delperdang, and Carmody Ricky to face Tessa Gunderson of Harris Lake Park. Here's the number 5 hitter, Ashley Willman, the catcher, right-handed hitter wearing number 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Up high for ball 2, 2-0 the count. Again in baseball, a little to the east of us here in Lake Park, Remsen St. Mary's against Harris Lake Park. Imagine the JV game is underway if they're having one. There's a pitch for a strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Ashley Willman. Leading off for the Hawks here in the top of the second with no score. The 2-1 ball, and 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 by Gunderson, over for a strike, and now the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground to short. Rashi has it over to first in time. Got to her on a bounce, but Willman is retired. 6-3 for out number 1 of the Remsen St. Mary's second. Here comes the number 6 batter, the designated player, Lexi Delperdang, right-handed hitter wearing number 6. So 1 up and 1 down for St. Mary's here in the top of the second with no score. Here is a pop-up, but goes foul. Nice effort by Riley Whitrock behind the dish to try to get to that one, but it falls harmlessly for a strike, and it's 0-1. Carmody Ricky waiting on deck for Remsen St. Mary's. Here's the 0-1. A check swing, pop fly to right, and it is off the glove of Brooke Sohn and getting to first, and that will be an error. The ball was in the glove, and then it popped out. Tough error there. But Lexi Delperdang reaches on an error on right fielder Brooke Sohn, so with a runner at first and 1 down, here comes the number 7 batter for St. Mary's, Carmody Ricky, the left fielder, right-handed hitter wearing number 11. The pitch, a bunt try, foul by Ricky, and it's 0-1. Anna Conover waiting on deck for the Hawks. The 0-1, swinging a foul quickly. Carmody down in the count, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on, top of the second, no score between Remsen St. Mary's and Harris Lake Park in War Eagle Conference softball. The 0-2 pitch, upstairs, and it's 1-2. Gunderson with the 1-2 pitch, Swing and a foul. Carmody just got a piece of it and stays alive at 2-2. One-two pitch. Here's a line drive caught by the third baseman, and they double up at first to retire the side. So Carmody Ricky lines to third for out number 2, and Lexi Delperdang caught off of first on a 5-3 double play to retire the side somewhat in order. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, none left. Inning and a half. Hawks nothing. Lady Wolves nothing. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies. We can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen. Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Harris Lake Park will bring up Miranda Christensen, Riley Whitlock, and Callie Sohn to face Marina Cronin for Remsen St. Mary's with no score in the bottom of the second. Here comes Miranda Christensen, the number 5 hitter, the second baseman, right-handed hitter wearing number 14 in the pitch. Strike, and it's 0-1. Cronin with the 0-1 pitch, outside for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Miranda Christensen, Riley Whitrock, Callie Sohn, 5, 6, and 7 for the Lady Wolves here in the bottom of the second with no score in the pitch. There's the strike, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Miranda Christensen. The 1-2 by Cronin, and that was ball 2, but it was hit foul off to the right by a picnic table, and the count remains at 1-2. Nice setting here in Silver Lake City Park. Like we said, the softball field, part of the football field where the Wolves play for Harris Lake Park. The 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. Now, Cronin, in the game that we watched Monday in the season opener, got the win 3-2 over South O'Brien. 1-2 pitch on the ground, right back to Cronin. Easy play to first, and there's one away. Miranda Christensen, a 1-3 out for out number 1 of the Harris Lake Park second. Here comes the number 6 batter, the catcher Riley Whitrock, a left-handed hitter wearing number 15, the first lefty that Marina Cronin of the Hawks will face this evening. The pitch. There's a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1, that's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, top of the second. Or bottom of the second with no score. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 1, 1-2. And now Cronin with the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. And the count is still at 1-2. Callie Sohn, the left fielder for Harris Lake Park, waiting on deck. 1-2 pitch. Again, missing for ball 2, 2-2 the count. Harris Lake Park has had one base runner so far. That was Ava Rashi back in the first after a hit batsman. As Remsen St. Mary's had two on at one time, but Lexi Delperdang was doubled off of first in the top of the second. A swing and a foul by Whitrock, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Back on the ground right to Cronin. And the play to Ortman in time. Another 1-3 play. 2 up and 2 down for Harris Lake Park here. In the bottom of the second with no score, here comes the number 7 batter, the left fielder, Callie Sohn, a right-handed hitter wearing number 1. Hawks nothing, Lady Wolves nothing. With 2 out, nobody on. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1. The 0-1, strike, and quickly, Marina Cronin ahead in the count 0-2 to Callie Sohn. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the second, no score between Remsen St. Mary's and Harris Lake Park. Cronin with the 0-2 pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3 called, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on the first strikeout for Cronin in the game. So for Harris Lake Park, bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the third. No score in War Eagle Conference softball. Back with more Remsen St. Mary softball after this for Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Pinnacle Performance in Correctionville. When you want the most from your diesel, whether it's for fun or for work or on the farm, it's Pinnacle Performance. The reviews say it all. Quality work, the proper diagnostic equipment and resources for the high performance you're looking for. It's Pinnacle Performance.
We go to the top of the third inning. Here at Silver Lake City Park in Lake Park, Iowa. War Eagle Conference softball. Remsen St. Mary's to send Anna Conover, Sydney Schrader, and the top of the order, Tori Gallus, here in the top of the third. Here is Conover, the number 8 batter, the right fielder, right-handed hitter wearing number 5 for St. Mary's. And the first offering from Tessa Gunderson, missing for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2, 2-0 the count. Again, with a lot of clouds, the sun is out, and that warmed up our game time temperature. Swing and a pop-up, and the pitcher, Tessa Gunderson, will make the catch near the first baseline, and there's one away for St. Mary's here in the top of the third with no score. That brings up the center fielder, the number 9 hitter, Sydney Schrader, right-handed hitter wearing number 22. No score, already in the top of the third in the pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1, right back to Gunderson. Easy play to first, and quickly 2 up and 2 down for Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the third with no score. Here's the top of the order, and Tori Gallus, who fouled out to first baseman Allison Wallace back in the first. She is 0-1. So quickly 2 up and 2 down for Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the third in the pitch. Missing for ball 1 If Torrey should find a place to put it, Maya Bunkers would be next for the Hawks. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Gunderson ready in the 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Again, scheduled for 7 on this Friday night. The 2-1, there's a strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Torrey Gallus. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on, top of the third, no score in War Eagle Conference softball between the Hawks and the Lady Wolves, and there's a 2-2 pitch missing just inside for a full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Gunderson right back to work with the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul. As Torrey caught a piece of it, and it's still 3-2. Another 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The ball dropped by the catcher, Riley Whitrock, and the throw down to first drew Allison Wallace off the bag, and Torrey Gallus is a base runner with 2 down, and that would have to be the first strikeout for Tessa Gunderson, but an error on the throw to allow Gallus to reach first. Here's a ground ball right through the legs of third baseman Zella Ingham by Maya Bunkers. And that's got to be an error right there. So after 2 were down, 2 errors, this time on third baseman Zella Ingham. And now Remsen St. Mary's trying to get a 2-out rally going. Runners at first and second for Brittany Johnson, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first. She'll take a strike, and it's 0-1. Maya Bunkers, before reaching on the error with 2 outs, singled, stole second, and was forced at third back in the first. The 0-1 over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, top of the third. Remsen St. Mary's nothing. Harris Lake Park nothing. Gunderson with the pitch on the ground and past the shortstop, running around third to score will be Torrey Gallus, and Remsen St. Mary's with a 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Brittany Johnson. And Maya Bunkers on the play will head to third, so runners at the corners for Remsen St. Mary's. No, going to second on the play will be Brittany Johnson, as Bunkers going to third drew a throw over there, and that's how Brittany Johnson got to second. But it is an RBI single to begin with, and she is at second on the throw to third. Here's a ball outside of third, and a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Carly Ortman. She ended the first with a ground out to third. So after 2 are out, 2 errors, a single, a run batted in, and a run scored. Remsen St. Mary's with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. The pitch by Gunderson, strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 1 in. Gunderson looking to get away with minimal damage, but here's a line drive base hit and past the left fielder, Callie Sohn, as 2 runs are going to score. Bunker scores from third, Johnson from second. So it will be a 2-run single for Carly Ortman, and she will reach on the error on left fielder Callie Sohn as the ball went right by her. And here is Ashley Willman, who grounded out to short to start the second. So 3 errors in the inning for Harris Lake Park, and now 3-0. Remsen St. Mary still with 2 out and a runner at second. Ground ball to short. Here's a throw and a tag made. Yes, in time. Carly Ortman is thrown out 6-5 for out number 3, but Remsen St. Mary's bats 7, and they score 3 with 2 outs, so 3 runs on just 2 hits in the inning, 3 errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Remsen St. Mary's 3, Harris Lake Park nothing. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies. We can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen.
We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Lake Park, Harris Lake Park, and Remsen St. Mary's in War Eagle Conference softball. Remsen St. Mary's with 2 outs gets 3 runs in the top of the third and lead 3-0. For Harris Lake Park in the bottom of the third, 8, 9, and 1, Brooke Nix, Peyton Reimers, and the top of the order, Tessa Gunderson, to face Marina Cronin of the Hawks. So Cronin completing her warm-up tosses. And now we'll step in the number 8 batter for the Lady Wolves of Harris Lake Park, Brooke Nix, a right-handed hitter wearing number 20, playing right field. We had identified her as Brooke Sohn, and we apologize for that. Just a little excited filling out my defensive sheet before the game. All right, so Cronin ready. And the first pitch of the bottom of the third is a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a chopper on the plate, but taken by the catcher. The throw hits the runner, and the runner is safe. And that might have hurt, but Brooks Nix is at first. And here comes the number 9 batter for Harris Lake Park, Peyton Reimers, the center fielder, left-handed hitter wearing number 12, the second lefty Cronin will face. Here is a foul. And heading to second. On the wild pitch is Nix. Count is 0-1. Pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Brooke Nix on second with the wild pitch. There's a swing and a miss by Peyton, and now 1-2. So again, Brooke Nix had chopped one at the plate. The catcher, Ashley Willman, threw and hit her. Here's a ground ball to third, over to first in time, and there's one down. Here's a throw to third, and the runner is out. Brooke Nix is out at third. Peyton Reimers, first of all, is a 5-3 play for out number 1, and Brooke Nix, trying to take third, is out on a 3-5 play for out number 2, so the bases are empty for 2 down for the top of the order and Tessa Gunderson. Swing and a foul back, strike 1. So a double play by Harris Lake Park in the second inning. Double play by Remsen St. Mary's here in the bottom of the third, 3-0. St. Mary's leads in the pitch. Missing for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Who wants it? Shortstop Brittany Johnson will make the catch, and that retires the side after Harris Lake Park had a runner on with nobody out. So in the inning, no runs and no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the fourth. It's Remsen St. Mary's 3, Harris Lake Park nothing, and War Eagle Conference girls softball will be back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees. And best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies, we can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen.
We go to the top of the fourth inning with Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park by the score of 3-0 in War Eagle Conference softball. Lexi Delperdang, Carmody Ricky, Anna Conover to face Tessa Gunderson of the Lady Wolves here in the top of the fourth inning. And now, a little delay as home plate umpire Pat Ross either had a question or needed to take a drink.
Number 7's going in for number 6. All right, here we go.
Okay, we have a pinch hitter. Marina Cronin will bat for Delperdang. And Marina, the pitcher, right-handed hitter wearing number 7. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Marina Cronin batting for Delperdang here in the top of the fourth with Remsen St. Mary's leading 3-0. One pitch upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. But that's how you use your flex player or your designated player. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Marina Cronin to lead off the Remsen St. Mary's fourth. The Hawks lead the Lady Wolves 3-0. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the first strikeout of the game for Tessa Gunderson of Harris Lake Park. 1 away in the Remsen St. Mary's fourth, and here's Carmody Ricky. Lined out to third in her first at-bat in the second. She's 0 for 1. And the pitch by Gunderson. Swing and a foul, strike 1. Anna Conover waiting on deck as Remsen St. Mary's, with 2 outs, scored 3 runs on the top of the third, and that's where we stand, 3-0 Remsen St. Mary's. The 0-1 on the ground outside of third, and it's 0-2. So again, across the way at Harris Lake Park High School, the Remsen St. Mary's baseball team will take on the Wolves. Here's a fly ball to center, and it will go in for a base hit and past Peyton Reimers. Heading to second is Carmody Ricky. She will get credit for a single and reach on the error on Reimers as the ball went by her in center field. So that'll bring up Anna Conover, who popped up to the pitcher back in the third. She's 0 for 1. So 1 on, 1 out in the top of the fourth. Remsen St. Mary's leading 3-0. Here's a swing and a foul, strike one. Sydney Schrader, the center fielder, waiting on deck for Remsen St. Mary's, and the 0-1 by Gunderson. Outside of third on a swing, and the count 0-2. So Carmody Ricky at second after singling and advancing to second on the error on the center fielder, Peyton Reimers. 0-2 pitch. Line drive caught by the third baseman, Zella Ingham, and there's 2 down. On a count over, lines to third for out number 2, and here comes Sydney Schrader. Schrader grounded out to the pitcher back in the third. She's 0 for 1. 3-0 Remsen St. Mary's with now 2 out and a runner at second for the Hawks. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1, and that's a strike, quickly 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner at second, top of the fourth. As Remsen St. Mary's leads 3-0. The 0-2 by Gunderson on the ground, taken by the second baseman, and not in time. Here's a throw home, not in time, and here's a runner to second. Carmody Ricky will come around to score to make it 4-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. So Sydney Schrader will be safe on an error on the first baseman. She will advance to second on the throw home, and here's the top of the order, and Tori Gallus. Tori fouled out to first, back in the first, reached on an error, and scored in the third. She actually struck out, but the throw from the catcher to first base was dropped by the first baseman. Here's a bunt try by Gallus, and she missed for strike one. The 0-1 missing for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And the 1-1 pitch missing for ball 2, 2-1 the count. To Tori Gallus, top of the order for Remsen St. Mary's with a run in. They lead 4-0. On the ground, into right field for a base hit. Rounding third and headed for home is Sydney Schrader. 2 runs with 2 outs, and it's now 5-0 Remsen St. Mary's. Tori Gallus will get credit for an RBI single. That is hit number 5 for Remsen St. Mary's on the night. Here's Maya Bunkers. Maya singled, was thrown out at third in the first, reached on an error, and scored last inning. And the pitch. Bouncing in front of the plate, so a wild pitch will get Tori Gallus to second, and it's 1-0. So Remsen St. Mary's taking advantage of hits and errors. And the pitch missing for ball 2 to Bunkers. It's 2-0. Brittany Johnson would be next. The 2-0, swinging a pop-up behind first, and that will fall. Rounding third is Tori Gallus with the 3rd run of the inning. It's now a 6-0 Remsen St. Mary's lead, as Maya Bunkers will get credit for an RBI single with 2 outs. And here's Brittany Johnson. Brittany reached on a fielder's choice in the first. RBI single and a run scored last inning. And here is a base hit to left. A ball under the glove of third baseman Zella Ingham. So now 2 down, still 2 down, but with 2 on and 3 in. 6-0. Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the fourth, and here's Carly Ortman, the 8th Hawk to bat in this inning. The pitch high for ball one. Tori Gallus, who scored, just trying to catch up a little bit. She is credited with a 2-run single. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So just like the top of the third, when Remsen St. Mary scored 3 with 2 out, the Hawks have scored 3 with 2 out here in the top of the fourth and lead 6-0. The 1-1 pitch, missing, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1, swing and a long, loud foul out of play, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on, 3 in. Or is it 2-2? 2-2. All right. Scoreboard hasn't caught up. Here's a line drive into left field for a base hit. Rounding third is Maya Bunkers, RBI single for Carly Ortman. And now it's 7-0. Remsen St. Mary's. Brittany Johnson will stop at second. RBI single for Carly Ortman. Here's the 9th Hawk to bat in this inning, Ashley Willman, who grounded out to short in the second, reached on a fielder's choice last inning. And now we're going to have a pinch runner, Octavia Gallus, number 21, at first for Carly Ortman. So Coach Monty Harpenow getting not only a pinch hitter, but now a pinch runner. And so Remsen St. Mary's has batted around. Ashley Willman will step in, and the pitch by Tessa Gunderson missing for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the sun has disappeared again, but boy, couldn't ask for a better night for softball here in Lake Park. Here's a ground ball to short. And over to second for the force. Ava Rashi will force the pinch runner Octavia Gallus on a 6 unassisted play for out number 3. But Remsen St. Mary's bats around, and they score 4 runs with 2 outs, so that's 4 runs on 5 hits. In the inning, there was a couple errors, and there were 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Remsen St. Mary's leads Harris Lake Park 7-0 in War Eagle Conference softball. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Late lunch.
Pinnacle Performance in Correctionville. When you want the most from your diesel, whether it's for fun or for work or on the farm, it's Pinnacle Performance. The reviews say it all. Quality work, the proper diagnostic equipment and resources for the high performance you're looking for. It's Pinnacle Performance.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning with Remsen St. Mary's. 2 big innings in the third and the fourth. Now Harris Lake Park trying to get something going offensively. Here's a swing and a foul by Ava Rashi, the shortstop, and fouled out of play for strike 1. Ava hit by a pitch back in the first. She has no official at bat yet. The only other base runner for Harris Lake Park was Brooke Nix in the third, but she was erased on a caught stealing as she tried to go from second to third. There's a swing and a miss by Ava, and quickly 0-2. Marina Cronin in the circle for Remsen St. Mary's. And the 0-2 pitch. Missing for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allison Wallace, Zella Ingham to follow. 2, 3, and 4 for the Lady Wolves here in the bottom of the fourth, trailing 7-0. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. And Ava staying alive at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for Harris Lake Park here in the bottom of the fourth, with Remsen St. Mary's leading 7-0. The 2-2 by Cronin. Swing and a little dribbler up the third base line. That will be a base hit. Ava Rashi will get a dribbler up the third base line to stay fair, and she'll reach first on the second single to our reckoning for Harris Lake Park. And that'll bring up Allison Wallace, the first baseman, who flew out to right in the first. She is 0 for 1. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's over Harris Lake Park here from Fuller Digital Solutions on a Friday night, a beautiful night in Lake Park, Iowa. The pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Zella Ingham waiting on deck. The 0-1. Missing. 1 ball and 1 strike. In our haste to get to Lake Park, we didn't print out the full War Eagle Conference softball schedule, but at least we remembered to print off scores and schedule for both teams. So we're learning, folks. Hang in there with us. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Allison Wallace of the Lady Wolves. 1-2 pitch by Cronin. Outside, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 on. Ava Rashi with an infield single. Ready to go at first. Cronin ready, and the 2-2 to Wallace. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. A throw to first, and just back in time, Ava Rashi. But Allison Wallace strikes out looking for the second strikeout of the game for Marina Cronin. 1 away in the Harris Lake Park fourth for Zella Ingham, who popped up to first back in the first. She's 0 for 1. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the bottom of the fourth inning as we're halfway through tonight's game. The pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0, swing and a miss. A rising fastball, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch by Cronin. That's in for a strike, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the fourth here in Lake Park. In War Eagle Conference softball, Remsen St. Mary's 7, Harris Lake Park 0. 1-2 pitch by Cronin, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Third strikeout of the game for Cronin of Remsen St. Mary's. It'll bring up the second baseman, Miranda Christensen. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the second. She's 0 for 1. The pitch by Cronin on the ground into left field for a 2-out base hit. Stopping at second, Ava Rashi. So now 3 singles in the game to our reckoning for Harris Lake Park, and it brings up Wiley Whitrock, the catcher, who grounded out to the pitcher back in the second. She's 0 for 1. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 missing for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. If Whitrock should reach, Callie Sohn, the left fielder, would be next. The 1-1 pitch. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. This is the most that Harris Lake Park has had on base all game long. But Cronin looking to end it here. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a grounder to third. Easy play to third for the force on Ava Rashi, made by Maya Bunkers, and the side is retired. So in the inning, Harris Lake Park, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, 2 left. We played 4 as we go to the 5th. In War Eagle Conference softball, Remsen St. Mary 7 and Harris Lake Park nothing. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook. Pinnacle Performance in Correctionville. When you want the most from your diesel, whether it's for fun or for work or on the farm, it's Pinnacle Performance. The reviews say it all. Quality work, the proper diagnostic equipment and resources for the high performance you're looking for. It's Pinnacle Performance.
Let's give you a line score after 4 innings. First of all, for Remsen St. Mary's, 7 runs, and they've done it so far on 8 hits. They have committed no errors, and so far they've left 4 on base. For Harris Lake Park through 4 innings, no runs on 3 hits unofficially. They have committed in the game 6 errors, and so far they have left 3 on base. We go to the top of the 5th. Remsen St. Mary's with a 7-0 lead batting. Here's Lexi Delperding, who back in the second reached on an error but was part of a 5-3 double play back in the second. So officially 0 for 1, and she'll take strike 1 from Tessa Gunderson. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And 0-2 on Delperding. We're hearing some news in Iowa high school baseball about Lamar's Galen Catholic, as found out by Gabe Fuller, our producer engineer. Here's a pitch high, and it's 1-2. Galen Catholic Schools, according to a Facebook post from Siouxland News, has suspended its baseball season for at least 14 days after a player has tested positive for COVID-19. So hopefully things work out with that. So that would mean, given the rules that both Boys and Girls Associations had put out, that I think, if I'm not mistaken, Galen Catholic can't play for a couple weeks because that's how long it takes to recover from COVID-19. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Lexi Delperding. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's. Here's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Delperding with her first hit of the game in her second at bat. 6, 7, 8, That is hit number 9 for Remsen St. Mary's, and here comes Grayson Schrader to pinch run for Delperdang, the designated player. So with a runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 5th for Remsen St. Mary's, here's Carmody Ricky. Carmody lined out to third in the 2nd, singled and scored last inning. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's. Here's a pop-up, foul territory. Zella Ingham has a beat on it, makes the catch, and there's one down. Ricky is out on a foul out to Zella Ingham at third, one away in the Remsen St. Mary's 5th for Anna Conover, who has popped up to the pitcher and lined out to third in the 3rd and 4th innings. But it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter, and it is. Alyssa Shorg, right-handed hitter, wearing number 9, will pinch hit for Conover here. So again, Alicia Shorg batting for Anna Conover, and the pitch is a strike from Gunderson of the Lady Wolves for strike 1. So again, Lamar's Galen Catholic Baseball has suspended its season for 14 days due to a player testing positive for COVID-19. Here's a runner to second on a pass ball, and reaching second will be Grayson Schrader. And the count is 0-2. And now time is called. Second baseman Miranda Christensen a little shaken up, but she's okay. 0-2 the count to Alyssa Shorg, and the pitch by Gunderson. Strike 3 called, and there's 2 down. That is strikeout number 2 to our reckoning in the game for Tessa Gunderson, and it brings up Sydney Schrader. Sydney grounded out to the pitcher back in the 3rd, reached on an error, and scored in the 4th in the pitch. Swing and a pop-up right side. Brooke Nix will make the catch, and the side is retired. Sydney Schrader flies to right for out number 3, so in the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park in War Eagle Conference Softball 7-0. Back after this from Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies, we can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park in War Eagle Conference Softball here from Fuller Digital Solutions 7-0. Callie Sohn, Brooke Nix, and Peyton Reimers, the bottom 3rd of the order for the Lady Wolves, to face Marina Cronin, still in the circle for Remsen St. Mary's. Callie struck out looking to end the 2nd. She is 0 for 1, and Cronin starts her off with a pitch inside for ball 1. There's a pitch in for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So, folks, what we've been telling you about Galen Catholic Baseball will certainly make some shakes around the state of Iowa. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Again, a Galen Catholic Baseball player is tested positive for COVID-19, so he and the team have suspended their season for 2 weeks. 1-2 pitch. outside, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for Harris Lake Park here in the bottom of the 5th. Callie Sohn. Cronin ready. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. And Callie caught a piece of it to stay alive at 2-2. Again, Remsen St. Mary's in baseball faces Harris Lake Park in the game to start. I would think at about an hour from now, across the way. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's one away. 4th strikeout of the game for Marina Cronin of Remsen St. Mary's, one away in the Harris Lake Park 5th. And here's Brooks Nix. Singled, to our reckoning, and was thrown out at third, back in the 3rd. The pitch by Cronin. Swing and a foul, look out. And it's 0-1. Cronin gets the signal from Coach Monty Harpenow. The 0-1, swing and a foul, and it's 0-2. Again, Harris Lake Park coming in at 0-3, 0-2 in the War Eagle Conference. Remsen St. Mary's with a couple one-run victories this week over South O'Brien, and Hinton is 2-0 in the War Eagle. 0-2 pitch on the ground to second. Tori Gallus has it, underhands it to Carly Ortman. It's a 4-3 play for out number 2, and here's Peyton Reimers for the Lady Wolves. Peyton grounded out to third in the 3rd. She's 0 for 1. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 out and nobody on. Remsen St. Mary scored 3 times with 2 out in the 3rd, 4 times with 2 out in the 4th. And the pitch. Swing and a bouncer under the glove of first baseman Carly Ortman, and there's a 2-out single for Peyton Reimers. Hit number 4 for Harris Lake Park, and that brings up the top of the order and pitcher Tessa Gunderson. Tessa, batting for the 3rd time in the game, has grounded out to the pitcher and popped up to first. She's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st, popped up to the first baseman in the 3rd, and she will take a strike from Marina Cronin of the Hawks for strike 1. The 0-1, swing and a foul back, and the count 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Our game about an hour and 11 minutes old, if you're keeping track at home. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little dribbler taken by Cronin. Underhands it to Carly Ortman, and the side is retired. Gunderson is out 1-3 for out number 3. So in the inning for Harris Lake Park, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 6th with Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park 7-0. This is Remsen St. Mary softball from Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends, and EverTech has been there when others haven't, and we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies, we can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen.
We go to the top of the 6th inning here at Spring Lake City Park here in Lake Park, Iowa, along with Gabe Fuller, Joe Van Gore for Fuller Digital Services. 7-0 Remsen St. Mary's, and We do have a substitute in left field now for Callie Sohn. Number 21, Caden Stevens, is now playing left field for Harris Lake Park. Up to bat now for Remsen St. Mary's. Top of the order, and Tori Gallus batting for the fourth time. She's fouled out to first, reached on an error and scored. 2-run single and a run scored back in the fourth. And the first pitch from Tessa Gunderson in for a strike, and it's 0-1. So again, number 21, Caden Stevens, replacing Callie Sohn in left field for the Lady Wolves here in the top of the sixth inning. And she will bat in the number 7 spot. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike to Tori Gallus, and the pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maya Bunkers, Brittany Johnson to follow. Top of the order again for the St. Mary's Hawks here in the top of the sixth, leading 7-0. Here's a line drive and a base hit. Backhanded by the center fielder, Peyton Reimers. Heading to second with a double will be Gallus. So to our reckoning, that is the first extra base hit for Remsen St. Mary's tonight. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If my Yankton High School math hasn't failed me. 10 hits in the game now for Remsen St. Mary's. Here's Maya Bunkers, who has singled twice and scored twice and drove in a run. 7-0. Remsen St. Mary's in the sixth. Here's a half swing. Did she go?
1-1.
And she did. 1 ball, 1 strike, says Pat Ross. Maya singled in the first, reached on an error and scored in the third, singled, drove in a run and scored in the fourth. And here's a pitch low, runner going to third, and on a pass ball, Tori Gallus will reach third.
2-1.
So 2 balls and 1 strike to Maya Bunkers. Brittany Johnson waiting on deck. And the pitch. Missing for ball 3, 3-1 the count. So Gunderson ready, and the pitch to Bunkers, right up the middle, RBI single for Bunkers. That is her 3rd hit of the game, as she'll drive in her 2nd run, scoring Gallus from third to make it 8-0, Remsen St. Mary's. And here comes Brittany Johnson, the shortstop. Brittany is 2 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the first, singled, drove in a run, scored in the third, singled in the fourth. And the first offering from Tessa Gunderson of Harris Lake Park, missing for ball 1. Carly Ortman, the first baseman, waiting on deck. Now 8-0, as Remsen St. Mary's has 8 runs in the last 4 innings. Here's a pitch low, and getting by the catcher, Wiley Ritrock, going to second on a pass ball, Maya Bunkers. The count to Brittany Johnson is 2-0. The 2-0, low for ball 3, 3-0 the count. Time is called. Here comes head coach Ashley Delaney to talk with Tessa Gunderson. 3 balls and no strikes on Brittany Johnson, with 1 on, nobody out, and a run in, as Remsen St. Mary's leads 8-0. Now the conference in the circle is over. Next action for Remsen St. Mary's will be Monday in Remsen against Trinity Christian. And the pitch, and that's ball 4. Brittany Johnson will get a walk, and to our reckoning, we say that a lot, I know, that is the first walk given up by Tessa Gunderson of Harris Lake Park, and it brings up Carly Ortman. Now 2 on with nobody out, and the pitch. Carly will take a strike, and it's 0-1. Grounded out to third in the first. A 2-run single in the third. And a RBI single in the fourth. The pitch. Missing for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So Remsen St. Mary's in softball against Trinity Christian Monday. That's our next Remsen St. Mary's webcast from Fuller Digital Services Monday night at around 7:30. Here's a little dribbler to the pitcher. Gunderson will throw to first in time, and there's one away. Maya Bunkers goes to third. Brittany Johnson to second. Ortman is a 1-3 putout for out number 1 of the Remsen St. Mary's sixth. And here's Ashley Willman. Grounded out to short in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. 8-0 Remsen St. Mary's in the top of the sixth, and the pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. And then we'll have Hawk Baseball next Wednesday at West Sioux and Hayward. And there's a pitch for a strike, and now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ashley Willman with Lexi Delperdang waiting on deck for Remsen St. Mary's, and an 8-0 lead here in the top of the sixth. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Third strikeout of the game for Tessa Gunderson of Harris Lake Park, 2 down for Lexi Delperdang. Lexi reached on an error in the second. Marina Cronin batted for her in the fourth, and she struck out. A single to lead off the fifth. Here in the top of the sixth, runners at second and third, now 2 down, and an 8-0 Remsen St. Mary's lead. And the pitch up high for ball 1. Carmody Ricky would be next if Delperdang should reach. The 1-0. No, this is a pinch hitter. I'm sorry, folks. Number 4, Bella Arns. Right-handed hitter wearing number 4 batting for Delperdang here. I'm sorry. So number 4, Bella Arns, batting for Delperdang in the designated player spot here in the sixth. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and now 1-2. Maya Bunkers at third, Brittany Johnson at second. A run in with 2 down in an 8-0 Remsen St. Mary's lead. The 1-2 pitch, missing inside, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, 1 in. Hawks lead the Lady Wolves 8-0 here in Lake Park, Iowa. 2-2 pitch, bouncing in front of the plate. Good stop by the catcher, Wiley Whitrock. And now the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We know for sure Carmody Ricky would be next. Again, Bella Arns batting here in the designated player spot. Count 3-2. And the pitch by Gunderson, swing and a bouncer towards short. And it is not played. Here goes a runner to third, and she is safe. So Maya Bunkers will score from third. Bella Arns will reach on the error. We do have a pinch runner at first. It is Claire Schrader, number 16. So Claire Schrader, number 16. Bella Arns will reach on an error on the shortstop. Ava Rashi, who had the ball but just couldn't get it out of her glove. And behind her, Brittany Johnson will take third, and a throw to third was not in time. So here comes Carmody Ricky. Now it's 9-0 St. Mary's. Here's a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Ricky is lined to third, singled and scored, and fouled out to third. So officially, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Pitch low for ball 2, 2-0 the count. 9-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the sixth. Runners at the corners with 2 out and 2 in. The 2-0 upstairs, ball 3-0 the count. Again, Claire Schrader running at first for Bella Arns, who reached on an error. 9-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the sixth. The 3-0. Ball 4. They're loaded. Schrader heads to second. Brittany Johnson stays at third. Carmody Ricky is a walk. And that'll bring up Anna Conover, I think. Nope. This is Hallie Gallus batting. Hallie Gallus batting for Conover here. A right-handed hitter wearing number 24. Bases loaded, 2 down in the 9-0 Remsen St. Mary's lead. There's a swing and a miss. And quickly 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, bases loaded, 2 runs in, 9-0 Remsen St. Mary's. And the pitch up high, 1-2. Brittany Johnson at third. Claire Schrader at second. And Ricky at first in the pitch, outside, 2-2. Tessa Gunderson looking to end the half inning here, and the pitch outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and nowhere to put them. There's a Remsen St. Mary's Hawk at every base with 2 down, 2 runs in, and a 9-0 lead here in the top of the sixth. So Gunderson ready, and the pitch, swinging a foul back, as Hallie Gallus had a good cut at it, but she fouled it back, and it's still 3-2. So again, Hallie Gallus, right-handed hitter wearing number 24, batting for Conover here. 3-2 pitch, swinging a foul. Again, Hallie just got a piece of it to stay alive at 3-2. Hallie back in. Gunderson ready. Another 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Brittany Johnson will come in from third to make it 10-0 Remsen St. Mary's, as Claire Schrader will head to third and Ricky will head to second, as Hallie Gallus will walk, and that will drive in a run. Here is Sydney Schrader, who will foul it off, or no. Couple runs will come in, and a throw home not in time. So on a wild pitch, Claire Schrader will score from third. Carmody Ricky from second. It's now 12-0 Remsen St. Mary's. That'll put 5 across the plate here in the top of the sixth, as Hallie Gallus is at third. And the count to Schrader should be 1-0. Yep. The pitch, swing and a foul. Now, I've got 12-0 Remsen St. Mary's here, still 2 out in the top of the sixth. Here's a soft liner drop by the shortstop, Ava Rashi, and another run will score. Hallie Gallus will come around to make it 13-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's. Sydney Schrader will reach on an error, and that will continue the inning. Top of the order, and Tori Gallus. Sydney, before reaching on the error, had grounded out to the pitcher, reached on an error and scored, flew out to right, and reached on an error. 13-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the top of the sixth with 6 runs across. And the pitch missing for a 2-ball, no strike count. Tori Gallus batting for the second time this inning. Doubled and scored earlier. Fouled out to first. Reached on an error and scored. Singled to drive in 2 runs and scored in the fourth. And now a 2-1 count. So Sydney Schrader at first with 2 down and 6 in, 13-0 in favor of Remsen St. Mary's, and there's a pitch missing for ball 3, 3-1 the count. And the 3-1 pitch over for a strike, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Tessa Gunderson trying to stop any more damage here. 3-2 pitch, swing and a bouncer towards second. Over to second for the force, and it is in time to retire the side. Sydney Schrader is forced 4-6 for out number 3, but Remsen St. Mary's will bat 10, and they will score 6 runs. They do it on just 2 hits in the inning. There was 1, 2 errors, and there was 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 13-0, Remsen St. Mary's over Harris Lake Park in War Eagle Conference softball. Back after this for Fuller Digital Solutions.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning as Remsen St. Mary's leads Harris Lake Park 13-0. They bat 10 and score 6 in the top of the 6th. And for Harris Lake Park, they're down to their final 3 outs with the score 13-0. Ava Rashi, Allison Wallace, Ella Ingham to face Marina Cronin. So Ava Rashi has been hit by a pitch, singled, forced at third in the 4th. And the pitch by Cronin, swing and a pop-up right side, and this one will fall foul as Tori Gallus from second, Anna Conover from right, and Carly Ortman for first converged, but it fell harmlessly in between them for strike 1. So Remsen St. Mary's 3 outs away from going 3-0 in the War Eagle Conference in the pitch. Missing for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Again, St. Mary's baseball is just across the way at Harris Lake Park High School at the baseball field. They will play the Wolves starting at 7:30. Here's a pitch outside, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ava Rashi, leading off the Harris Lake Park bottom of the 6th as the Lady Wolves trail the Hawks 13-0. The 2-1, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Rashi steps out to get encouragement from head coach Ashley Delaney in the third base coaching box. 2-2 pitch by Cronin, line drive, base hit, and this one's all the way to the fence for extra bases. Heading to second, a stand-up double, Ava Rashi. And that is hit number 5 and the first extra base hit of the night for Harris Lake Park. So the bottom of the 6th starts positively for Harris Lake Park, and here's Allison Wallace. Flew out to right in the 1st, struck out looking in the 4th. So Cronin ready to go. And the first pitch to Wallace, in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Our game, just over an hour and a half old on this Friday night. The 1-1 pitch, up high, 2-1. Zella Ingham waiting on deck as Harris Lake Park trailing 13-0, bottom of the 6th. There's a pitch outside, and it's 3-1. So Cronin right back to work, 3-1 to Wallace, swing and a miss, and now the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, swing and a foul back. And the count rides along at 3-2. So after tonight, Remsen St Mary softball Monday night in Remsen against Trinity Christian, and Remsen St Mary's baseball at West Sioux and Haywarden next Wednesday night from Fuller Digital Solutions. We thank our sponsors for bringing these games to you. Pitch outside, ball 4. So Harris Lake Park has 2 on with nobody out on the first walk given up by Marina Cronin tonight. Here's Ella Ingham, who has popped up to first and struck out swinging. 4 strikeouts so far for Cronin, but the Lady Wolves have 2 on with nobody out, and Cronin with the pitch right down the pike for a strike to Ingham, and it's 0-1. $13-0 Remsen St. Mary's here in the bottom of the 6th with nobody out and 2 on for Harris Lake Park in the pitch. There's a strike and quickly 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Hawks lead the Lady Wolves 13-0. Cronin ready, and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a pop to the right. Going foul in front of the Harris Lake Park dugout. And it's still 0-2. Ava Rashi at second. Allison Wallace at first with nobody down. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Good cut by Ingham as she fouls it back to stay alive at 0-2. Cronin checks her wrist. The wind and the 0-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Miranda Christensen, the Lady Wolves second baseman, waiting on deck. One-two pitch. Swing and another foul. And did that hit a vehicle? Sounded like it did. But not the right one, though. And it's still 1-2. Mine is a little bit further away. I kind of planned it that way. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Zella Ingham, giving Marina Cronin a battle here. And the pitch. And a foul outside of first, and it's still 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. 5th strikeout of the game for Marina Cronin of Remsen St Mary's, one away in the Harris Lake Park 6th for Miranda Christensen. Grounded out to the pitcher in the second, singled in the fourth. She's 1 for 2. 2 on, now 1 out for Harris Lake Park in the bottom of the 6th, trailing Remsen St Mary's 13-0 in War Eagle Conference softball. And the pitch. Up and a strike. And it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cronin with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. At a rising fastball, and it's 1-2. Here's a throw to second to try to catch Ava Rashi off base. But Ava back in time, and the count 1-2 to Miranda Christensen. Again, grounded out to the pitcher in the second, singled in the fourth. 1 of 5 Harris Lake Park hits tonight. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. And Harris Lake Park down to its final strike of the game, or final out of the game. And here's Wiley Whitrock. Riley grounded out to the pitcher in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. She's 0 for 2. 2 on, now 2 down. Ava Rashi started off the inning by doubling and Allison Wallace walking, but Zella Ingham and Miranda Christensen striking out, and the count 0-1 to Wiley Whitrock. The 0-1 outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a comebacker. Easy play to first, and the ball game is over. Wiley Whitrock grounds out to the pitcher for out number 3. So in the bottom of the 6th for Harris Lake Park, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. And the game will end at 7:13. So about 1 hour and 40 minutes as the final score will read, because of the run rule after 6. Remsen St Mary's 13 and Harris Lake Park nothing. With the win, Remsen St Mary's goes to 3-0, 3-0 in the War Eagle Conference. Harris Lake Park will fall to 0-4, 0-3 in the War Eagle Conference. We'll be back to wrap things up after this. Remsen St Mary softball from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance in Remsen. Stop by and see us. We sell personal and business, farm and crop, and health insurance. Offering insurance services from a variety of insurance companies, we can find the perfect fit for you. Call us today for a free quote. Visit our website or stop into our office downtown Remsen. That's Matkin Insurance in Remsen. Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook. Pinnacle Performance in Correctionville. When you want the most from your diesel, whether it's for fun or for work or on the farm, it's Pinnacle Performance. The reviews say it all. Quality work, the proper diagnostic equipment and resources for the high performance you're looking for. It's Pinnacle Performance.
EverTech, we believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Back at Silver Lake City Park in Lake Park, Iowa, along with Gabe Fuller, our producer, engineer, cameraman, all-around good guy. Remsen St. Mary's Hawks softball is now 3-0 on the season with a 13-0 six-inning win over Harris Lake Park. With the win, Remsen St. Mary's now 3-0 and 3-0 in the War Eagle Conference. Harris Lake Park falls to 0-4 and 0-3 in the War Eagle Conference. Remsen St. Mary's 3 runs in the third inning with 2 outs, 4 runs in the fourth inning, all with 2 out, and then they explode for 6 runs in the top of the 6th to win 13-0 in 6 innings. Here's the line score for Harris Lake Park. No runs on 5 hits. To our reckoning, 7 errors, 6 left on base. The losing pitcher, Tessa Gunderson, who had 3 strikeouts. For Remsen St. Mary's, 13 runs on 11 hits, no errors, 6 left. The winning pitcher, Marina Cronin, who had 6 strikeouts. Here's the offense for both these teams. First of all, for Harris Lake Park, Ava Rashi had a single and a double. Miranda Christensen with a single. Brooke Nix with a single, we think. And Peyton Reimers with a single, part of the 5-hit attack for Harris Lake Park. For Remsen St. Mary's, obviously a lot of offense. Tori Gallos had a single, a double, 2 runs batted in and 3 runs scored. Maya Bunkers, 3 singles, 2 runs batted in and 3 runs scored. Brittany Johnson, 2 singles, a run batted in and 2 runs scored. Carly Ortman had 2 singles and 3 runs batted in. Lexi Delperdang had a single and a pinch runner or a pinch hitter scored in her spot. Carmody Rickey had a single and 2 runs scored. Anna Conover had a run batted in and a run scored. And Sydney Schrader with a run scored, part of the 11-hit attack for Remsen St. Mary's, winning over Harris Lake Park 13-0 in a game ended by the run rule after 6 innings. So again, Harris Lake Park now 0-4, 0-3 in the War Eagle Conference. They have a pretty tall order coming up on Monday, as they will be at Akron Westfield, a ranked team in Iowa, coming up Monday night, and Remsen St. Mary's softball back at home Monday against Trinity Christian in War Eagle Conference action at 7:30 at Remsen St. Mary's at Sunrise Park. And that is our next webcast of Remsen St. Mary's softball. That's Monday night on Fuller Digital Solutions. Again, the Remsen St. Mary's baseball team should be just about underway in baseball across the way at Harris Lake Park High School with baseball. The Hawks 2-0. Hawk baseball will be next Wednesday from Fuller Digital Solutions from Haywarden, as they will take on West Sioux. That's next Wednesday night at 7:30. So a big thanks to our sponsors. Big thanks to Gabe Fuller. I'm Joe Van Gore. We hope you enjoyed the webcast tonight from Fuller Digital Solutions. Once again, the final in War Eagle Conference softball, Remsen St. Mary's 13 and Harris Lake Park, the Lady Wolves, 0. You've been watching Remsen St. Mary's Hawk softball in War Eagle Conference action from Fuller Digital Solutions. We bid you good night from Silver Lake Park in Lake Park, Iowa.